Have you been experiencing hypertension, some high blood pressure? Well, maybe get yourself a cat, but maybe that's not for you. So let's try these yoga poses to help calm yourself down and get yourself more grounded so that we can lower that blood pressure. Let's get to it and see you on the mat. My name is Monika and this is Aya. She's so excited to do some yoga, aren't you? So you can start by sitting on the mat or on the mat with a block underneath you, and you can put your hands on your knees, and we're just going to roll our shoulders back, just really trying to just ground ourselves while we're in this pose, saying hello to the day, saying hello to the moment, and welcoming yourself to this new day, this new opportunity. And as you're in this pose, if you want, you could just gaze down and just look at what you see in front of you. You can look at your hands, and you can just open and close your hands, and just being aware that these are your hands. You can massage them, just giving them gratitude for what they've done for you for the day, and going between the creases of the thumb and the index finger. And the key today to reducing hypertension or lowering our blood pressure is that we're going to keep our hands more by our hips. So let's start massaging our hips, just being grateful for them. And when we raise our hands over the head, that usually helps, or that causes the blood to just rise. And we're trying to do the opposite, so we're going to be doing more grounding poses. So coming back to our hands on our knees, just take an inhale through the nose. Allow the belly to expand, and then as you exhale, just feel your whole body just sink further into the ground. Kind of like when you go into a pool and then your body is just sinking down. So we're not going to submerge completely, but if you want to, you can submerge in the water and then come back to me. So inhale through the nose, exhale, feel and envision yourself taking that plunge into the water, allowing your body to just sink down. And as you inhale, you're just going to come out of the water, come back to the surface, take a breath, and hold your breath for a couple seconds, and then exhale, try to sink a little bit further into this pose. Really just feeling the moment, feeling your body. If you notice any tensions in your body, if your shoulders feel tight, is it your lower back? Having this block underneath us will help with that posture. And if you feel your shoulders being a little bit tight, just scrunch your shoulders up to the ears, squeeze, 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 and then drop and lower. And again, lift, 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 and lower. Lift, 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 lift. You got it. And lower. Good. So we're going to start off with a child's pose. If you want, you can take the block and keep it by you. And you're just going to hug your toes with the block and taking yourself to a wider child's pose, so your knees are to the outside of the mat. And then coming down, allowing the head to touch the ground. Just taking a couple seconds to just adjust the body, to feel out the pose. And again, we are just sinking into the earth, becoming one with the earth. Asking the earth for its support. If you want to take it a step further, we can ask the trees, we can ask the plants, the sun, the stars, the moon, all the elements to come in and help us ground the body. So if you want, you can envision yourself in your happy place. Where are you? Who are you with? What's around? Are there trees? Is it a beach? Is it home on your couch with your pet? Perhaps it's a beer in hand or a glass of wine. What is it that grounds you in your happy place? What are the elements that make up it? Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then open your eyes and notice that you're here in your body in this pose. We're going to go into our next pose. So I'm just going to curl your toes and then lift up into a down dog. Just allowing the blood to flow into our head, allowing the neck to relax, pushing through the palms of our hands, allowing the ears go in between the shoulders. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Very good. So once you feel the rush of blood into your head, just pedal out your feet for a few seconds, for a few rounds. Then you're just going to lower the knees, come back into the child's pose. And this time you're just going to have your knees closer in. Just noticing how you feel in a different variation of the child's pose. Allowing the stomach to just drop into the knees. Thank the knees and the thighs for supporting your stomach, for allowing your stomach to let go, allowing your stomach to be free. And as you inhale, allow the body to expand, allow the stomach to rise. Feel the rise in the inhale, and as you exhale, just sink further into the earth, further into the pose, further into your thighs. So inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, allow the belly to expand. Exhale, sink further into the earth. One more time, inhale and exhale. Good. Coming up slowly, then you're just going to move your block to the back. And let's do a narrow down dog. So keeping your toes pretty close to each other and just pressing through the palms of the hands, lifting the hips up. You can be on your toes, and if you want something simpler, you can even just bring your knees closer into the chest and allow yourself to be able to just push back, dropping the hips here, like you're rounding through the hips, in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth, and just walk yourself back into a normal down dog. Pedaling out your feet, let's raise the left leg in between the hands, and then placing your hands on your hip, looking up, and then bringing the back leg a little bit closer, bending the right knee into a warrior one. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the class, we're not going to have our hands up. We're just going to keep them lowered, allowing the weight of the body to just sink down. Allowing ourselves to just ground into the poses, just feeling the poses. Maybe now you feel some blood rushing down. That's a good sign. That means we're relaxing. We're getting rid of toxins, and we're getting ready for a clearer mind. And as you're in this pose, just take an inhale and exhale, release. And then you're going to just shift your hips out, moving the back leg a little bit further, maybe pushing the top leg out. This is going to be our warrior 2. And look at your hips. Are they rotated to me? Good. And if you want, you can give yourself that self massage again. Just digging through your hips. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're just going to extend our right leg forward, dropping the hip and taking both hands down to our ankle. You can take that block for the added support, but keeping your gaze down, just allowing the shoulders to relax, to sink further in. Taking a breath here. And then you're going to step to the front of the mat, bringing our hands by underneath the knees, in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can allow the head to just sink by looking at your toes. You can bend your knees here. Just pedal them out. And then place your hands on the mat. Just step back into a down dog. Good. So we're going to do the same on the opposite side. Just really centering ourselves. Coming back to the present state. Coming back to the moment. And if you feel that your thoughts are racing, your thoughts are just going everywhere, come back to the breath and listen to your surroundings. What do you hear? Are you playing any music? Perhaps you're just listening to me. What is it that you hear? In through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's bring the left leg in between. Coming on up. Hands on your hips. Bringing those hips forward. Nice and straight. Bringing the back leg just a little bit closer. And then bending through the left knee. Good. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And take your back leg slightly behind you. And then rotate out into the warrior 2. Breathe in and breathe out, bringing the left leg straight, reaching for your ankle, gazing down. If you'd like, you can take your hand on your hip so that you can just rotate yourself out. But keeping your gaze down onto the ground, at your toes. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's step back to the forward fold. Bringing your hands just below the knees, gazing down, pedaling at your feet. Very good. And then let's just step back into a plank, coming down to a chaturanga, lifting up to a little baby cobra. Taking a breath here, just taking a moment. You can gaze down at your hands, at your wrists, at your elbows. Relaxing the shoulders, and let's press into the child's pose. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing yourself to just surrender. Surrender to yourself. To release who you think you need to be. And surrender to the moment to allow your true self to come forth. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale through the nose and exhale out. Good. And slowly come on up. We're going to sit onto our bums and come on down to your back. And we're going to lift our hips up into a bridge position. So just engaging through our hips, really engaging that lower abdomen. So squeeze all that you can and then lift the hips up. Push your knees forward, relaxing the head. Lift the hips up and then let's lower them down. Let's do this about 5 times. Just gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower. That's 4, 3, squeeze the buttock together, move the knees forward, 2, and last one. Inhale and exhale. Very good. You can bring your knees into your chest, just allowing the back to relax with some minor circles. And then you're going to place both knees and come into a fetal position. You can place your hand by your ear just for some support. This is really nice for our digestive system, just to relax the stomach. And then switch over to the opposite side. Just gently surrendering to each side, gently thanking our organs for working and functioning, sending good energy into them. Thanking the earth. And come back to center. Bring your knees into the chest. And let's release the legs into a Savasana, our final pose. So bring your shoulders back, your arms out in front of you. And we're going to be here for about 5 minutes. So make yourself comfortable, and I'll lead you through a little visualization. So let's inhale through the nose, expand the belly, and release the belly. Inhale through the nose, and exhale out. And as you're sitting here, once again, let's go into our happy place. Where are you? Who are you with? Where are you most relaxed? Where do you feel completely yourself? And then as you're here, notice what it does to your heart rate. Notice how your body reacts when you're by loved ones, when you're completely happy and free. Breathe in through the nose and exhale out. In through the nose and exhale out. And as you're in your happy place, just bring awareness to your head, the top of the head, and shift your awareness to your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks and nose, your mouth and jaw. Just sending the energy from the earth through your body. So bringing awareness to your neck and shoulders, your arms, elbows, wrists, and hands. Really activating the body through our awareness, through the chest, the heart, the stomach, the hips, the pelvic floor, our hips, thighs, knees, ankles, and feet. Really being aware of the body in our happy place, feeling a radiation coming out of our body, this glow, this happiness, this peace, this freedom. You are here in your body. This is the feeling that you can go back to when you feel stressed, when you feel uneasy, when your blood pressure is very high. Just visualize yourself in your happy place. Bring awareness to that head and follow through the feet, asking the earth for its energy to ground you, to settle the thoughts so that you can be present, so that you can really truly feel the present moment. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep laying here. If you'd like to lay a little bit longer, stay here. But as we're nearing our completion, just remind yourself through the breath and through the mind, we are able to calm ourselves, bring ourselves to our happy place, remind ourselves of this feeling of gratitude, this feeling of wholeness, this feeling of completeness. Whether it is just sitting on our couch with our pets, surfing, hiking, being in nature, taking walks with our partner, whatever our happy place is, just go there. Remind yourself of your freeness, of your authenticity. Go there when you need it. Your mind will allow it. Inhale through the nose, allow the body to sink further down. Inhale and exhale. And visualize a beautiful white light absorbing your whole body, a globe of protection, this orb of protection, this orb of beautiful calming energy from your happy place. And now we call upon our higher self, our angels and God, and whoever else that we pray to come down with a message, to come down and absorb us with their love. Feeling the present moment, feeling the gratitude, and thank yourself for creating this beautiful energy. It was all done through you. You did it. Slowly wiggle out your hands. You can stay here if you need to. If you're ready, you can roll over to one side. Come on up very gently and slowly. Come back to that beginning pose. You can take the block if you need to, or just sit here, putting your hands on your knees. Put your hands on your heart if you need to. That feels more comfortable. And just thanking yourself, feeling that rush going down. This is what grounding means. This is what you have created. So, if you felt the benefit, please subscribe and like this video. I'll be creating more just for you. See you next time.